All right, Ms. Chair, you are live.
Alrighty, so we're going to get started. Today, we're doing things a little bit differently during the roll call. When your name is called, you also indicate where you are tuning in from. So like East Lansing or wherever you are. And then same rules apply for public comment. Everybody will have 2 minutes. They'll be identified by the last 3 digits of their phone number and then be unmuted after 2 minutes. The secretary will share 2 minutes have passed and they will be placed back on mute. It's helpful if you, when talking on public comment, you clearly state your name and business affiliation, but it is not required. So I think we're ready for the roll call.
Excellent. Crouch.
Present in East Lansing.
Croom.
Present remotely in Leland Township.
Kruger.
I am here at Crunchies in East Lansing.
Yonkis.
Present in East Lansing also.
Walsh.
Present in East Lansing.
Gregg.
Present, attending remotely from East Lansing.
Muth.
Present.
And Houston and Quinn shared with me they could not make it today. And Ms. Chair, you have quorum.
Sorry. Perfect. We can move on to the approval of the agenda. Are there any changes?
I have no changes to the agenda today.
Alrighty, I will move to approve the agenda.
Second. Approved.
I will do a roll call vote. Crouch.
Yes.
Croom.
Yes.
Kruger.
Yes.
Yonkis.
Yes.
Walsh.
Yes.
Gregg.
Yes.
Muth.
Yes.
The motion passes.
Perfect. And the approval of the October 6th minutes.
So before you just have a rundown of the October 6th minutes. A lot of what we discussed was both with Piper and Gold regarding our public relations campaign that is scheduled to kick off in November, in addition to holiday decorations, and hopefully we're going to kind of close that loop a little bit today. And we also finalized plans for the East Lansing photo contest, for the Great Pumpkin East Lansing photo contest. I am happy to answer any questions, or if you have any changes, please feel free to share them with me.
I motion to approve the minutes.
Second.
I will do a roll call vote. Crouch.
Yes.
Croom.
Yes.
Kruger.
Yes.
Yonkis.
Yes.
Walsh.
Yes.
Gregg.
Yes.
Muth.
Yes. I am doing
Yes.
yes.
The motion passes.
Perfect. On to 1.4, consideration of limiting public comment to 2 minutes.
So I think we're all pretty familiar with this, but seeing as how we do, continue to meet via Zoom, it is the recommendation of the city attorney's office that given, limited time periods, that individuals and that the board really consider limiting public comment to 2 minutes per individual. And I'm happy to answer any questions, or you can consider a motion to approve.
I will move to approve.
Second.
And I will do a roll call vote. Crouch.
Yes.
Croom.
Yes.
Kruger.
Yep.
Yonkis.
Yes.
Walsh,
Yes.
Greg,
Yes.
Muth.
Yes.
Excellent. That motion passes. I am not showing that we have any attendees, but certainly this is the time where you formally open it up for public comment. And if any board members have anything else they wish to add, they can do that now. But Ms. Chair, you can open up for public comment.
All right. Public comment is open. Do any of the board members have anything to say? No? All right, we'll close it. Okay, new business 3.1. Consideration of purchase and installation of additional holiday decorations in downtown East Lansing.
Okay, so last week, both the marketing and the business relations subcommittees met. And during both meetings, the discussion of holiday decorations actually came up. I will tell you that at least during those meetings, committee members seemed very supportive of the idea of perhaps expanding the amount of garland and red bows that we have in the downtown. So let me just give you a bit of background and then you can consider this. So essentially at the last board meeting, there was discussion of having staff look into the purchase of solar lights. And I spoke with Shine Lighting and they came back to me and they said, you know, we really don't have a commercial grade that we feel comfortable with. Technology is just not quite there. It is for houses, but not commercial. And they felt like they would not look very nice, next to the lampposts. So given that, at the same time, I actually received some feedback from some downtown businesses during a Responsible Hospitality Council meeting last week. And they said, hey, Abbott Road doesn't get any holiday decorations, nor do some of the businesses along Ann Street Plaza or Albert, with the DMB considering, extending the decorations in that area. So the proposal before you is just that. It includes the purchase of garland and red bows that match our existing stock. So they would be the exact same. And it would be the installation for the purchase and then installation of for 20 lampposts that are located along Abbott Road between Grand River and Albert Avenue, the lampposts in Ann Street Plaza, and then Albert Avenue between Abbott and MAC. And I think the long-term goal is perhaps we could keep going down Albert Avenue later on. The good news here is that I did speak with Shine Lighting specifically, and because I had overestimated installation for your prior board meeting, we actually don't owe Shine anything else. So we approved 8,600, so that's covered. So today you are just considering the purchase of the garland and bows. So that would be an additional expenditure of $2,503.20. I will add that at the last board meeting, you had motioned to approve $2,000 towards lighting. So you're really only looking at about a $503.20 additional, expenditure than what you were thinking you were comfortable with. Last board meeting. So I'm happy to answer any questions. If you have them, this is the quote from Bronner's. This is the map that Gabby worked really hard on to show you guys exactly where everything is. And then this was just the final quotation that I received from Shine Lighting, showing that in fact, you had approved 8,600, they would install everything downtown this year for the $8,492.
Does anybody have any questions?
Well, I appreciate it.
No?
Thank you.
Okay. I will motion to pass the expenditure of, quick mention, whenever we talk about a holiday lighting, like the reason we had to do this was because specifically in the previous meeting, we had discussed adding additional holiday lighting rather than the characterization that would include garland and bows of decoration. So we had talked in the business relations meeting about wanting to be cognizant of the terminology when talking about this type of thing, because really it's all the same kind of idea.
Yes.
So use holiday decoration rather than just lighting. So it would be like holiday lights and decorations, but that's just a point of note. But I will motion to approve the expenditure.
Support.
I will do a roll call vote. Crouch,
Yes.
Kroon,
Yeah.
Kruger,
Yes.
Yonkis,
Yes.
Walsh,
Yes.
Greg,
Yes.
Muth.
Yes.
The motion passes.
3.2, rent porta potties.
So I know that there's perhaps some differing opinions on this topic. So at the Business Relations Committee, they actually asked me to just bring this forth quickly for board consideration during this meeting. I think that you're all aware that historically for the past couple of years, the DMV has sometimes rented porta potties when we thought that it was going to be very busy downtown. I did provide quotations in case you were interested. I think we all are aware that the U of M MSU game is going to be on Saturday. While it is not a home game, while the game is in Ann Arbor, you know, perhaps there will still be persons out and about throughout the downtown, you know, and perhaps there's people visiting from U of M. So this is really just for your consideration for an expenditure. And obviously we just wanted to put it before you because if you did want to expend the funds, staff would need to place the order today or tomorrow. So if you wanted to rent 6, which historically you have done in the past, if you wanted like a hand sanitizer station, it would be about $750. If you wanted something without hand sanitizer, it's about $690. So,
Can I ask for a point of clarification, Amy?
yeah.
When you say the amount that was rented in the past, that was rented in the past for us, like the same football game, Michigan State?
So in years past, we actually rented them for a couple of games. We've usually
Okay.
done the U of M MSU and the Ohio State game. And sometimes on homecoming, if we thought that it was busy, but historically, we've usually done it for U of M MSU and Ohio State when they've been home.
I guess I'll just, I guess I'm kind of the stern disciplinarian right now in terms of like people distancing and partying. And so I know that, I don't know, I continue to be disappointed, but I hold out hope that our downtown will not be nearly as busy as it usually would be on a Michigan State game, since we have been telling people to not congregate, and since there's no you know, crowd at the stadium. So I guess, you know, sending the message for people to party in small groups responsibly at home, or, you know, at reserved times during our businesses, and then supplying porta potties seems to kind of tell the wrong story, I guess. Like, I'd rather not have them there because it seems like tacit approval if we have them there. So that, I don't know if that was.
So
clear.
we talked in the business relations meeting, we decided to wait because this was on our like agenda last week. And I was like, we're not doing it for next weekend. Let's just see how this weekend is. And we didn't even really like discuss whether to do it or not. I wanted kind of data of what was happening in East Lansing on a home game. And the only reason I think that people were thinking of considering it is if there was a large volume of people, rather than pushing them into a lot of people's businesses that you would then have to tell to leave, and just like that may cause more interaction between business owners that did not want them in their stores to go to use the restroom, for example. But there was no, in my opinion, from what was happening downtown East Lansing last weekend, I wouldn't see there being a need for this from that. And in addition to what Jesse said, but just in terms of people walking around needing restrooms, I don't feel like it would have been necessary anyway. I don't think it was a problem for business owners.
Okay, I would yield to the business owners. I did not go downtown, and if there's no overwhelming support, maybe we'd ought to skip it.
I don't
Well-
personally think it would be necessary. I didn't have any issues. So.
I still feel it's something to ward off any other future problems, but it's just there's no way of predicting how many people are going to be at the bars or at the restaurants during the game, and afterwards it gets to be quite a mess if you'd have to clean up from the people, and there's no real easy place for them to go. Unfortunately, sometimes the easiest way to go is on our roof or on our back, where it's not exactly most visible. And so having facilities available to the public also shows that we're respecting the public and that they have a opportunity to go when they have to. And having hand sanitizers, I think, would be definitely necessary given today's health crisis.
Okay, is anybody putting a motion forward? No? Okay, so I think we just move on then.
Well, I would trying to push the motion forward. If I could.
Okay, so Ray made a motion. Is there support?
Okay, seeing as though there is no support, then the motion is not brought forth for consideration.
Okay, so we're gonna move on to adjourning the meeting.
Yes, and before we entertain a motion to adjourn, I do just want to remind you all, you've had a couple of emails from me. If you are available to attend the OMA FOIA meeting that is this upcoming Thursday from 7 to 8:30 via Zoom, please do. You can RSVP to Emily Gordon, or if you would like to reach out to me, text me directly, I will make sure that you are added to the list, but that is my only pitch. It is at the strong recommendation of the city manager's office, because I do think that this new city attorney might have some new insight into those topics. So I just wanted to throw that out there for you. And with that, we can entertain a motion to adjourn.
I have a quick question.
Yeah.
With regards to Ray's motion, because it was never seconded, the motion essentially dies, correct? But that does not mean that it can't be brought forth again in the future. Whereas if it had been voted on and did not pass, then it could be brought again, or maybe it can. I'm not quite sure.
Yeah, I think your question, Mike, is like, if you now wanted to second it, could you do that? Is that your question? Because it didn't technically fail, and I believe.
No, not necessarily. Yeah,
Okay.
I just mean if somebody decided they wanted to bring it up or put it on the agenda again for a, let's say
For
there are a lot
next
of people
month.
in town this weekend and they're peeing all over the city, and they're like, okay, maybe we want some
Yes.
porta potties that can still be
absolutely.
brought back because it just died. Okay, cool. Just want to make sure.
Yes, absolutely. You can bring this forward. I can bring this forward every month if you guys would like me to. Absolutely.
I think, I think we could reintroduce a new motion to approve porta potties at some point, even if we had declined this one. It would just have to be a new motion. I don't think.
That sounds right. Yeah, that sounds right.
Yes.
Just wanted to clarify. Thank you.
Thank you.
A quick question on that training. Sorry.
That's okay.
Are they recording it?
I don't know the answer to that. I can find out for you though. So if you're unable to attend, you're wondering if you can log in later and watch it, I will find out for you. Absolutely.
I think it's a closed meeting, right?
It is. My understanding is it's technically a training. Yes. So it's not going to be broadcast. It is not subject to Open Meetings Act because it's a training. So it's not going to be broadcast out to the public. So it's not like similar to this meeting right now where people can view it on YouTube or in iCompass. It is a closed training. Yes.
But if it is, let me know because that's a terrible time for me.
Sure. Perhaps they're going to, perhaps they might tape it for others to be able to view later. Sure. Absolutely. Okay.
Okay, I motion to adjourn.
Enthusiastically second.
Second.
Okay. I will do the roll call vote. Crouch,
Yes.
Kroom,
Yes.
Kruger,
Yes.
Yonkis,
Yes.
Walsh,
Yes.
Greg,
Yes.
Booth.
Yes.
The motion passes. Thank you all very much for your flexibility today. I really appreciate it. And we
No
will
worries, Amy.
begin next week.
Hey, Amy, I might have missed it in my email. But can you send out that link to that plan? Sorry, that plan of Adams that was shared?
Yes. The market, yes. Yep. I will do that.
Thank you.
You are welcome all. I will see you on November 3rd. Thanks.
Thank you.